Hey, SpookyPops here. Welcome back to G&W. Today, I will show you the armor basics and how to get the best protection while maximizing your survivability. Let's get into it. Let's first talk about the basics. Gear score is a quick way to determine if one piece of armor is better than another. The gear score is based on the amount of protection from elemental and physical damage, and the amount of attributes that are associated with the piece of armor, like 12 strength or 5 constitution. There are also perks that have a wide range of utility, so be on the lookout for those. Elemental damage refers to magic damage like fire, ice, or nature. Physical damage is damage from the likes of swords, axes, or spears. The color of the armor is based on its rareness. The rarity tier list goes as follows. Gray armor is common, green is uncommon, blue is rare, pink is epic, and orange is legendary. Generally, the more rare the armor, the higher the gear score and the amount of perks associated with the piece of armor. The rarity tier list clues you in on how many perks the armor has. Generally, the more rare the armor, the higher the amount of perks associated with the piece of armor. Like I said, these perks have a wide range of utility, from becoming a faster logger to doing more damage. Many pieces might also have an empty socket for a gem, which is crafting related. There are 3 classifications for each piece of armor: light, medium, or heavy. As you can imagine, light armor weighs you down the least, while heavy armor is cumbersome and is heavier on the player. The weight of the armor impacts your dodge capability. In other words, how well you can quickly move and make an enemy miss in a fight is determined from the total amount of armor weight. If your total armor weight classification is light, then your dodge is a quick roll that creates good space between the enemy and yourself. This type of dodge is generally good for those who want to kite the enemy, mages for example. If your total weight classification is medium, then your dodge is a quick hop that allows you to move out of the way of most attacks from the enemy. This type of dodge is good for those melee DPS that want to dodge an attack, yet remain in melee combat range. And finally, if your armor classification is heavy, your dodge is a slow sidestep that generally is not useful to avoid many attacks. But the heavy armor classification has the best damage mitigation, as well as buffs to using a shield and your crowd control effects. The medium and light armor classification provides a buff to your damage, 10% and 20% respectively. So then how do you get the best bang for your buck, as they say? The crucial thing to note is that each piece of equipped armor does not need to be the same weight type. So if you want to have the highest damage mitigation, while still being able to use a medium dodge, equipping all 3 different weights is most effective. You can accomplish this in a number of ways, but generally the best method is to equip heavy head and chest pieces, medium hands and legs, and light feet. You can deviate accordingly as you see fit, but this composition of armor will put you just at the edge of the heavy weight classification threshold, which is what most players want. Note that with this build, I have medium feet and light legs. Remember that if you are a mage that wants to kite the opponent and your only goal is kiting and dealing damage, remaining in the light weight classification is ideal for you. If you are a tank, you need the most protection, so moving into the heavyweight classification is right for you. For those looking to level quickly, I would aim for either the light or medium weight classification depending on your weapon of choice. I recommend this because there is good damage mitigation while retaining an effective dodge, which is what you want for moving through the levels. Becoming a tank is useful when going through expeditions or in PvP in the later stages of the game. One thing to note is that players might refer to a total GS, which is your total gear score. Total gear score is much more important in the later parts of the game as opposed to the early game when there is lower risk of dying or no need to be highly specialized. That's it for this guide to armor. Was this helpful to you, or did you already know all of this information? Let me know in the comments below. SpookyPops out.